Am I on? Oh, good. And here, before we started, I was actually afraid that our session might be in the way of a cocktail or some food. So now that that's all out of the way, we'll go ahead and get started. Hi, everybody. My name is Ryan Cothran. I am a global APN program lead, and we're going to go ahead and talk about building success with new APN partner offerings. We'll just take a quick look at the agenda. Before my colleagues come on stage just to talk about some of the new program announcements that were covered earlier this morning, I'm going to take some time just to review a couple of elements. We always like to use this session as a really good opportunity to level set with those of you that might be new in the room, and of course those of you that might be existing APN partners. As a quick show of hands, how many of you have or work for organizations that recently registered for the first time this year? Okay. How about any of you that have worked for organizations that have been partners for more than 3 years? And how many of you are older than 3 years? Wow, a good couple of you coming in for a good refresher. I'm very old too. I've been here for 6.5, so there's a lot of knowledge that we have to share. I'm also going to take a few minutes just to review the value proposition for being a partner with the APN. This is also a good opportunity for us to revisit. We always find that some partners don't realize that they have some benefits available to them, so just good talking points to review and good place to start. We'll then go ahead and move on to going over the APN partner journey with programs that help you to build, market, and sell, which is our new kind of our newer version of the APN partner journey. We'll close out with 2019 new APN program offerings and follow up on some of the announcements that Doug Yum made this morning for us, and then review any key takeaways. And I think that we should have some time at the very end if you have any additional questions and you did not have the opportunity to visit the APN Partner booth, which is in the expo. I will tell you it's not easy to find, but it is booth 4407. It is all the way to the right. So, but we'll be able to answer some questions for you as well today after our session, I believe. So again, we do like to take that step back and make sure that you all are aware of the opportunity we see for you as our APN partner community. So you may already be aware, but we do have millions of customers each and every month that join the APN. In Q3 of this year, AWS revenue grew 36% year over year. That takes us to $9 billion. That also means that the AWS business is at a $36 billion run rate at this point in time. So just a small chunk of the IT budget that a lot of your customers probably have available, but still a very large opportunity, as you can see, to build and develop solutions to deploy on top of AWS. We also have now over 165 different unique services. So again, that includes things like compute and storage that you already know. But if you haven't already taken the time to discover newer services that we've launched over the last several years, including serverless computing, AI, and IoT services as some other examples. We also have 22 different geographic regions, which is 69 availability zones. We also have plans already to add additional regions in Italy, Spain, South Africa, and Indonesia. So our global reach is just continuing to grow. In terms of edge services, we also now have, I believe, 210 different points of presence across 37 different cities. This slide, Doug also spoke about this morning. And in terms of the APN, we have grown 5x over the last 5 years. So that means we've also added 17x the resources, those are sales and technical resources that we make available to you, our APN partner community, to help you drive sales revenue and to build and develop the AWS offerings on top of AWS. In terms of the partner opportunity growth, that has also grown 5x. So again, that's 5x the opportunities that have launched through APN Partners, 7x revenue growth through APN Partners. So we continue to see that tremendous growth through APN. So again, just taking a look at the value of the APN, we help you deliver more innovation. That has to do with all of the different services. Again, 165 plus, I think we might be at 175 in total, unique services that you can leverage as a partner, whether you are a consulting partner or a technology partner. Gain credibility by leveraging the APN brand. For those of you that have been in the room and been a part of the APN community for a while, you know that you get to use your badge as soon as you get to the select tier, and you get to use that. It does carry a lot of credibility today in the market with customers and with AWS sellers. Promoting your business, this is a great example, that being reInvent, of the types of events that you can sponsor, that you can visit, and that you can participate in. This also includes Reinforce and Remars as other examples that we have. How many of you work for partners that are outside of North America? So our Global Partner Summit series is growing. We're going to continue that in 2020. I should stop saying 2019. And then we also have our Global AWS Customer Summits as well. So other good opportunities to promote your business as a partner. Highlight your expertise, which is almost the focus of the second half of our presentation today. This is how you can use our APN programs, designations, and points of validation to go to market to gain those customers. Defining your APN journey. So what we'll see on the next couple of slides is that you absolutely have the opportunity today to customize what your journey should be based on your business model and to help you go to market that way. We also have a growing, as I mentioned, the increase in the number, which is 17x, the number of resources that we put in place over the last 5 years to support you and your business. For those of you that did recently register this year, you may have noticed that we have a partner development representative team that is in place to actually reach out to you within 24 business hours of registering as a partner. And it's their goal to help you quickly dive in and understand your business and help you build that foundation for a plan to grow and develop, understand which validations and which programs you should take advantage of. Increasing visibility with the AWS field teams. This speaks very highly and very closely to one of the programs we'll highlight here in just a minute, which is the APN Customer Engagements, or the ACE program, that helps you drive that visibility and helps you let us know what opportunities you're working on, and then we can in turn provide you with support to help close those deals. And then save time and money and help you take advantage of the tools and resources that we make available to you either via Partner Central in a self-service format or in a one-on-one format with a technical, with a partner development manager or a partner solution architect. So the reason we have the APN and our ultimate goal is to help you build, market, and sell the AWS offerings that you have available on AWS. So that is a foundational goal. That is what we also consider, as I said before, the APN partner journey today. Doug also highlighted, in terms of the growth and the evolution of the APN over the last several years, this concept of our consulting partners and our ever-changing technology partner community. So our consulting partners, which, as he talked about, started out with some of our old school systems integrators, and now we see everything from global solution integrators to small boutique firms to managed service providers, and those that, of course, been validated for next generation MSP services. On the technology partner side, we've seen a lot of growth and evolution in terms of just your straight up ISV, so those of you that develop software products. We now have a technology partner community that includes hardware vendors, silicon manufacturers as well, and connectivity partners. A lot of telco partners coming into the community as well. So a lot of growth and evolution, which presents a wonderful challenge for us on our team to help build those programs to keep up with that evolution and make sure that you are supported and enabled. The foundation for the APN partner journey is our tiering structure. In 2012, when the APN launched, this used to be the APN journey. This was the only way that we could validate your success. Now we use this as that foundation for all of the other critical programs that we build and develop to use and help evaluate your success and enable you with additional benefits. Starting with that registered, for partners that register, again, that is that 24-hour SLA. And as you begin to grow and elevate, engage in AWS more, become validated, become certified, launch opportunities, you have the ability to upgrade into different tiers where we make additional benefits available to you as well. So, build, market, sell concept, along with that foundational APN tiering structure that we have, is where we allow you to customize that journey. So you'll see here that we have a lot of different options One of the other critical points that I took away from Doug's presentation today as well is that we have a lot of examples now of our most successful partners are the ones that have figured out how to identify what programs relate to their business model. They've put together a plan and they've executed on how to integrate those programs and to leverage those programs to grow their business. And that's one thing we want to highlight today. So I'm just going to highlight a couple of these more important areas before I hand things off to my colleagues. Training and certifications. Education is something that Andy hit on yesterday morning. Extremely important. As a partner, these are the starting points for your education, for the education of your individual employees. And that begins with digital training. This is free. We launched a very extensive digital training catalog earlier this year. Beta tested it at the end of last year as well that you can take advantage of. Classroom training, which has always been in place, always a great opportunity to get hands-on experience on one of multiple topics, including specific topics, workshops that we make available exclusively to you as a partner. AWS accreditations. This is one place where we've seen some really significant success, and that is where partners will include the technical professional or the business professional accreditation as an example as a required starting point for net new employees. This is foundational knowledge about AWS based on the type of role your employee might have in your organization. And then finally, AWS certifications is one of the strongest ways that you can differentiate your business. Of course, we have our classic associate level, professional level certifications, but we also allow you to take advantage of those specialty certifications. And what launched at the end of last year was Cloud Practitioner Certification. Two quick notes that I want to make about certifications. Some functionality that we recently updated for you as partners in Partner Central. The number one, probably the most popular, is a consent model. And that allows you, potentially as an alliance lead, to connect the dots between the certifications your company is receiving credit for and the individual names of the people who are contributing to that. So that consent model recently launched for us about 6 weeks ago. Finally, also, if you were not made aware of, with regard to foundational certifications, we now allow any individual to take the cloud practitioner exam wearing very comfy slippers in their home so that you can take online and your individuals can take that, your business, your sales, your marketing individuals for the cloud practitioner. AWS Navigate Path. This is a program that I especially love because this was developed based solely on feedback from partners looking to understand how they could take what they do today and either build something new or translate what they do into an AWS competency or the managed service provider program designation, the MSP partner program. So we have foundational paths and then those specialization paths, which will get you online and on track, to an AWS competency. So I think today we have a total of 17 specialization tracks. You'll see a couple of examples up there, everything from blockchain to database services. And as I mentioned, one of the newer ones in the bottom center is that the MSP navigation specialty track. SaaS Factory. So for those of you that are technology partners looking to build and develop or take an existing on-premise product and migrate that into a SaaS platform, we now have the opportunity for you to work directly with specialized solution architect resources, diagramming, well-architected best practices and principles, and apply that to the development of your product or service. And that is SaaS Factory. I know there's a couple different sessions that have been available on that over the last couple of days. I will also say that we have individuals from the SaaS Factory program that are at the APN Partner booth as well, if you do have questions or want to understand where to begin that particular journey. Device qualification program, again for technology partners at the select or the advanced tier. This gives you an opportunity to submit your hardware product for validation for AWS services like Amazon for RTOS, AWS IoT Greengrass, and Kinesis video streams. Service delivery program. So this is that program that gives you the opportunity to be validated for deep expertise in delivering specific AWS services to your customers. So what we mean by that, we have 24 different designations that are available today, And you'll notice we've got things like Service Catalog, Direct Connect, Amazon Kinesis. One of the biggest benefits that you get out of participating in the service delivery program is very close alignment with our service teams. And that means special education opportunities, feedback opportunities, roundtables, and also additional go-to-market support. The AWS Competency Program, one of our oldest programs that we have, gives you the opportunity to, again, validate your expertise and specialization at the workload, solution, or industry level. So if we take a look at a couple of those examples with today's announcement, I won't go too deep into that. We now have a total of 24 different competency areas. On the industry side, you'll see education, healthcare, financial services. On the solution side, IoT, migration, security as examples. And then on the workload side, we've got Oracle, Windows, and SAP expertise. Our managed service provider program allows you to highlight your expertise in next-gen managed services. And what this means is handling the entire life cycle for your customers. This is one of those, like the competency program, another really good, strong opportunity for growth. We see every day where partners are talking about the fact that they provide managed services, but we also see that there's a lot of partners that haven't yet applied for the MSP program. All of the information that you need to apply for a majority of these programs is available online on our public web pages as well. And finally, before I hand things over, just want to again highlight the ACE program, or the APN Customer Engagements Program. And this is a very important program that allows you to drive greater alignment with AWS sales by registering your opportunities for us, or submitting your opportunities, I should say. And in turn, you have the opportunity to get additional technical support on these opportunities. Eligible partners are also able to receive leads and opportunities from AWS. So this is that sharing mechanism if you meet a couple of minimum qualifications to apply, but it is available to partners at all tiers. It is not specific to Advanced or Premier, for example. Technology and consulting partners at Select, Advanced, or Premier can apply and be eligible to participate in this program. So I'll just go ahead and close out by saying that we are constantly looking for ways to evolve our programs to keep up with customer demand and what you all are doing. We're very open to feedback as well, so if you have the opportunity, any great ideas for benefits or new programs we can help support, we're always open to listening to that. With that, I'll go ahead and hand things over to my colleague Priya Bains, who is our APN Global Brand Lead.
Thank you, Ryan. Can you guys hear me? Yep. Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with all of you today. Like Ryan mentioned, my name is Priya Bains. It's a pleasure not just because I'm here, but today marks the one-year anniversary for me at AWS as a global APN brand lead with APN. It's been an amazing journey in the last few years. A little bit of myself. I joined Amazon in 2014, led the brand strategy for Alexa and Echo devices. And I've had the opportunity to work with partner network of large cloud providers in the past few years. It's just amazing to see the amount of innovation and growth that has happened in the past few years. And today, I'm excited to share with you some of the new APN offerings that Doug announced earlier today in the morning. Let's begin with what's new to help you build and accelerate delivery of your SaaS solutions on AWS. The SaaS application delivery model is expanding at a rapid pace across all segments. A recent IDC research quoted 72% of our customers are strongly considering SaaS for their business, whether for new applications or for migrating their existing applications, or even while moving their existing applications to SaaS when their software contracts are up for renewal. So now what does that mean for you as an APN partner? Well, as businesses embrace SaaS to meet this customer demand, we have seen 2.5 times year-on-year growth of APN partners using AWS SaaS Factory program. Here's an example of SaaS Factory program in action with F5. F5 leveraged AWS SaaS Factory program to accelerate their time to market. And as a result, they delivered new services 50% faster and enabled global market access 12 months faster than they would have on their own. So this just demonstrates how AWS SaaS Factory program is helping organizations transform across the globe. With the growing demand for SaaS, we've received consistent feedback from organizations such as yourself that they need additional support, they need additional resources to help them ramp up faster. To meet this ask, we launched the APN Navigate Specialization track for SaaS enablement today. What is this track? For those in the audience that are a technology partner, this will probably be of relevance to you. The SaaS Navigate Specialization track provides foundational knowledge needed to build SaaS on AWS. You receive exclusive support from the SaaS Factory experts as part of this program. As you work through this track, you will also develop the expertise required for you to meet the requirements for the SaaS competency and the APN advanced tier requirements as well. So how do you take advantage of this track? Start the phase 1 of business and technical trainings available today on the Navigate SaaS webpage. Very importantly, join the AWS SaaS Factory and Navigate team on December 10th at a webinar to understand how this track can benefit your business. I'm sure you would like to increase your visibility with AWS experts and have your quote up there one day. So let's get started. Do register for the webinar as soon as possible. Now, as we enable organizations to build their SaaS business to meet this customer demand, another thing that our customers have been asking or giving us feedback on are, how do we find products that are integrated with AWS services? So today, we announced a brand new program called AWS Service Ready Program for APN Technology Partners to meet this customer demand. We already have a program called Service Delivery Program that validates consulting partners that are providing services to the customers, which are specialized services. So this particular program, the Service Ready Program, it's a program that is focused on providing AWS customers with trusted product recommendations from the technology partners. It helps increase customer adoption of new products integrated with specific AWS services. And it reduces the time it takes to select these products as well. Starting today, you can visit the Service Ready webpage to submit your products for validation against 4 AWS services, including Amazon Aurora, Amazon Redshift, AWS Lambda, AWS Private Link. And this list will continue to grow in the next few months. APN partners in this program receive marketing support for their integrated products. You can increase visibility with customers and internal teams. You receive a program badge, a logo, and are promoted through the AWS service web pages as well. With the compatible products available on Partner Solution Finder on the AWS website and promotion via email, you can also now better connect with your customers. You get the opportunity to be invited to exclusive NDA roadmap events where you can learn about the new AWS services launching, and to invite-only boot camps, technical trainings, and labs as well. So how to become an AWS Service Ready partner? You must be an APN Select or higher tier partner, APN partner, to apply for this program. Have a product available to customers to purchase and integrate with specific AWS services. And 2 customer examples to demonstrate your experience selling the integrated product. Review the Service Ready guidelines and validation checklists that are going to be available on the Service Ready webpage. Accordingly, submit your product in APN Partner Central. And lastly, email your checklist to the Service Ready team for validation. Now moving on to a brand new program. For anyone in the audience who's part of growing startups, this next one is for you. Introducing the new APN Global Startup Program for APN Technology Partners. As the number of businesses building on AWS is growing significantly, there is an emerging need to adapt these resources to mid to late stage startups that already have a product with traction in market. The APN has been helping tens of thousands of startups launch and scale their business on AWS. We offer credits, training, resources to support all types and sizes of startups worldwide. Now, whether you are an early stage startup, tech startup, or are a large, well-established ISV, we offer resources for the entire gamut of startups. If you're a startup ISV just starting your journey on AWS, there are several programs to help you get off the ground, such as AWS Lofts. It's a place where startups can meet developers and meet over coffee, free of cost, attend educational session, get in-person answers to their technical questions. AWS Activate program is another such program that provides resources and credits for startups to get started. Now, if you're a startup that is almost getting off the ground, we also offer AWS Startup Migrate, AWS Cost Optimization Program, and Startup Days that are free full-day events for you to network with your customers. As startups advance or mature in their journey, they have different needs to scale, become enterprise-ready, and to increase their visibility. So we identified a need for these high-growth, VC-backed global startups to have a more personal, dedicated, and a faster reach into the APN resources. The APN Global Startup Program aims to help these mid to late stage startups generate customer demand and incremental sales opportunities. It is a white glove, invite-only, go-to-market program for a very selected startup ISVs. This program helps these specific startups to become enterprise-ready with increased benefits, provides an accelerated path to the APN tier requirements so that startups can significantly accelerate their growth and stay competitive. If you're part of this program, you're assigned a partner development manager, a dedicated PDM with deep AWS knowledge and startup business experience. These are people like they have been founders to early startups and have had the vast experience of supporting these startups in some way. The APN Global Startup Program supports fast-scaling startups and their venture capitalists in 3 key areas. Technical validation support to help optimize the startup partner on AWS and build a political and social capital on AWS. Go-to-market support with events, networking opportunities, campaigns that build leadership and lead generation. Sales enablement support for underwriting POCs, design wins, opportunity management, and incentive alignment. To be considered for this invite-only global startup program, startups need to have a very clear demonstrated product marketing fit, be backed and recommended by a top-tier VC firm, have a sales and marketing resource in place to build your cloud strategy. Now, if you meet this criteria, please contact us through the interest form available on the Global Startup webpage. Once you submit the interest form, the APN team will reach out to you and help you determine the best path forward, even if you do not qualify for the Global Startup Program. So thus far, we've covered 3 new offerings. How to help you, we have an offering to help you build your SaaS business on AWS, or how you can integrate your products with AWS services, and a brand new program for mid to late stage startups to scale and grow with AWS. I'm going to introduce Andrew Samar on stage to talk about some more new APN offerings.
Hello. Thank you, Priya. So as Priya mentioned, my name is Andrew Samara, and I'm the Global APN Marketing Lead for AWS. And you might be wondering, great technology partner offerings that we've listed, what about consulting partners? So for the next few slides, I'll be presenting 3 additional new offerings that we've recently launched, with the first one, or first 2, I should say, around our AWS Competency program. So the first competency that we launched is for APN and consulting technology partners. and this is our AWS Retail Competency. And just a fun fact, today's AWS Competency program is comprised of over 700 unique partners and over 1,000 unique partner competency offerings. You may have heard this from Doug, but we base all of our competencies and our new programs based on our customer feedback as well as feedback from you guys as well as our partner community. And for the longest time, customers have been asking us to recommend partners who provide retail solutions. AWS, as you know, has thousands of retail customers that are continuously searching for top APN partners to enable them to innovate faster and transform their shopping experience, whether it's in-store, online, or virtual. The retail technology and consulting market today is very crowded. It's noisy, and it makes it challenging and frustrating for retailers to not very easily find the most effective solutions. To accelerate this process, we are launching the AWS Retail Competency, which is really designed to showcase our top APN partners that have proven track records in delivering best in-class retail-specific solutions on AWS. And it is, interesting enough, the season of shopping. And so coincidentally, we have launched the Retail Competency for you guys to leverage and to label yourself as experts in the retail space. And these are retail specialists who set a high bar in areas such as data lakes, ML AI, voice recognition, and IoT. We offer several categories across the retail space, including customer engagement, corporate merchandising and planning, retail supply chain and distribution, physical, digital, and virtual store, advanced retail data science, and core retail business applications. In addition to the AWS Retail Competency, Sandy Carter also announced the new Public Safety and Disaster Response Competency for consulting partners. And this designation will make it easy for AWS customers to find vetted and validated APN consulting partners who have deep industry expertise implementing technology solutions that often to meet their often urgent needs across each phase of the disaster and emergency response lifecycle. Disaster management and public safety organizations often operate in limited or disconnected environments for a prolonged or indefinite time period, and you need technology solutions and services that should be designed to account for the evolving operating environments. AWS Public Safety and Disaster Response Partners will help organizations with best in-class support for disaster and public safety following a disaster in the following categories: operational solutions, data analytics solutions, and infrastructure and recovery solutions. So how do you get started? For either of these competencies, you must be at the APN Advanced or higher tier. We also have specific AWS competency guidelines and validation checklists that can be now downloaded on the homepage of the AWS Competency Program. This will provide specific instructions on what's needed to meet the criteria for each of these competencies. You also need to secure at least 4 customer references specific to each of the competency designations. And this is really to validate that you have the demonstrated experience and the validated customer success in each of these competency listings. And then once you're ready to apply, you simply log into the APN Partner Central and submit your application. And an auditing firm will review whether you've met all the validation checklist requirements. Shifting gears now, wanting to introduce the new Immersion Days that we are launching for APN Consulting Partners. Just a quick show of hands, how many people are familiar with Immersion Days or have attended an Immersion Day in the past? I see a few, that's great. So Immersion Days today is a successful tool. It's a successful customer engagement tool that is currently leveraged by our AWS solution architects. And we now want to make that available as a tool for our APN consulting partners. This newly launched program provides APN consulting partners with a repeatable model with reusable content and automated tools to help you deliver a guided tour of AWS, as well as the products and services we offer, and sound architectural principles to help you and your customers. So APN Immersion Days are offered to advanced and premier consulting partners. We offer you access to workshop content and tools, again, developed by our solution architects. And we'll provide you with a package, and included in the package are presentations, hands-on labs. We also provide other assets that are custom built that can address your key customer needs. And overall, we want you to build enduring relationships between your company, AWS, as well as your customers. As such, we developed this consistent and repeatable engagement model that you can use with your customers, and you can customize as well. We offer a variety of modules. Today we have 14 modules. The list continues to expand based on partner and customer feedback. Everything from general Immersion Day training that covers the basics of AWS to specific segments such as AI/ML, Amazon Redshift, and IoT. Some of the benefits, so once you're nominated to be part of the Immersion Day program, you'll receive a sign-up to attend a one-day in-person training class that's hosted by one of our regional partner solution architects. Once trained, that's when you'll get access to the content and the materials. You'll also qualify to get an APN Marketing Central event in a box, and these provide you with campaigns and resources to help you manage your event. In most geos, you'll also get access to what we call virtual partner marketing managers, and these virtual partner marketing managers will be there to help you, assist you in registration all the way to on-site event logistics. In addition to live and virtual support, you also may qualify for additional MDF, where you can qualify to get funding to help host your Immersion Day on-site. You can use Immersion Days in various stages of the sales cycle. It could be as simple as a one-to-one meeting between you and your customer, or a one-to-many meeting with a variety of customers that you'd like to invite on site and spread all the good things that AWS and your partnership are doing. Overall, we want to make sure that you establish customer trust with what is possible with AWS. So how do you get started? So I did mention that all partners must be at the advanced or consulting level, consulting partners. You must have a minimum of one Immersion Day practitioner in your company that has gone through a train the trainer. That practitioner also must have a AWS certification at the associate or above level. We also require a nomination with your AWS Partner Solution Architect or your partner PDM, your Partner Development Manager. And lastly, we require executive alignment in terms of making sure that the executives and leadership on your team are committed to running the program, as well as a plan to implement the framework into your sales, consulting, and managed services practice. For more information, I encourage you to reach out to either your partner development manager or your partner solution architect. Also, we do have an application process, so do submit your application. We have an Immersion Day website. And once you submit your application, the team will get back to you in 3 business days. So let's take a moment to recap. I know we covered a lot of ground today. Just a show of hands, I know Ryan asked how many of you were registered partners. Any of you folks, prospective partners or AWS customers looking to become an APN partner? Great, so this first point is for you. The first is, first off, please register to become an APN partner. When you register, you'll want to select whether you want to be a consulting or a technology partner based on your business practice. For those of you that are already registered or select Plus partners, leverage the APN tiers in the programs to build, market, and sell your business. We've created a foundation known as the APN journey for you guys to go through, leverage all of our programs, and see to it that you advance your tiers based on the requirements and the programs that we have available. If you don't know where to begin, the APN Navigate track is a best place to start. We offer enablement resources and frameworks to help you along your journey, as well as resources to help you specialize and advance to the next APN tier. If you're building software solutions, I encourage you to explore our SaaS factory to build well-architected solutions. Also, start your sales engagement with the APN customer engagement team. As Ryan mentioned, you can use the ACE program to help generate AWS leads and opportunities, and you get that as APN partner. And last but not least, and you'll hear this time and time again, but engage with your AWS partner manager, whether it's your partner development representative, your partner development manager, your partner success manager. We've invested in these resources for you, so make sure you leverage these contacts and they can help you along your APN journey. There are several ways to stay up to date with the APN. I know we've covered a lot of ground with regards to the APN programs. Sometimes it could be hard to keep track of. We do have all of these listed on our website, so please go and take a look at all the programs that we have to offer. We also have the APN blog. So the APN blog is a great tool. It's one of the most read AWS blogs that we have. We offer business and technical content, as well as feature and highlight partners that have been working with customers and the great success that they've had with their partnership. Also learn about funding benefits. So we offer marketing development funds, AWS credits, and funding for proof of concepts. On Partner Central, there is a funding tab where you can find out about all the funding benefits that you can take advantage of. And last but not least, we said this again, connect with your APN resources. We're here for you. We're here to support you as well. If you have any more questions, as Ryan mentioned, we do have an APN booth at the Venetian Expo. It's booth number 4407. We will be there today and tomorrow. There'll be APN program leads, as well as partner development managers to help answer any questions that you have around the APN. We also have some pretty cool giveaways, so please come visit the booth and ask your questions. And with that, I'd like to thank you all for coming. Thank you all for your time and attention. And have a great rest of reInvent. Thank you.